Hello guys, Nightspectre here, bringing you another League of Legends cast. We're 0 minutes into the game. As always, the game is just starting, isn't that great? And, well, there's an Ashe running really fast. She wants to be first in line, apparently. She's so eager to play. I like your spirit, starting off with a Doran's Blade even, just to do as much damage as possible in the early game. You're an Ashe though, so that won't be all that easy. But she can try and poke, I suppose. So let's go over the teams quickly, shall we? As we already seen the Ashe, and well, probably already the rest as well. We have a Fiddle, who will be her support. In the middle, it will be an Ezreal, so they're going for a double AD comp. Well, AD carry comp, so rather interesting to see. Of course, Ezreal is kind of a caster AD in a way with his Mystic shots, so it kind of evens out. We'll see. Top lane will be a Zed, who is for now not yet in the game, though I'm sure he'll be in time. Well, we can only hope. And Elise will be the jungler. So Elise, always a good jungler. There probably won't be an invade coming down from this team because it is an Elise. She can throw down Cocoon, which is very good for early game invade, but if you're the jungler as Elise, you don't want to start off with Cocoon, because then you can't do any damage in the jungle phase at level 1. That would be horrible. Then blue team, shall we? Kha'Zix. That's not Kha'Zix, this is Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix will be on top. Normally you see them in the middle, but then again, you see Zeds in the middle as well. So it will be kind of fun, actually, to see both of the bursty ADers being down on the top lanes, where most likely in the game the bruises are. So it will be Assassin v Assassin. That will be pleasant. Oh, well, probably not for these players, but hey, who am I to judge? Lee Sin will be the jungler. He will be doing red first. He'll get assisted by Orianna, who will be in the middle, now running away, so he won't be assisted at all. He will be assisted by Caitlyn, though. Caitlyn doing a fine job, the AD carry of blue team, combined with the supporting of janna. Yes, indeed. She can throw down an Eye of the Storm. A nice move indeed. Will help out Elise a lot, increasing his damage and, of course, shielding him. Nice skin there, janna. I'm actually eager. It's the first time I see the skin in action, so I used to play janna a lot though, so if I nerdgasm a lot, I'm sorry in advance, but look at that skin. It looks awesome. She has an umbrella. She's not even Orianna. So, as you can see, the Assassins already duking it out rather hard on each other on the top lane. Probably the junglers will go and assist them as well the minute they got their red buffs and, well, blue buff, because Lee Sin started with red, so they'll both come at the same time on the top lane, I believe. Unless, of course, they'll gank the middle lane instead. That's already, again, a lot of damage. Now, Zed started off with a Elixir of Fortitude, so keep it in mind. It might be... Oh, look who's first. It's Elise, but look who's second. It is Lee Sin. So Elise actually caught in between the Lee Sin and... well, it's actually the other way around. It's Lee Sin getting caught. He safeguards away. He's going to flash away. The Ignite ticking down. Zed going in hard, though. A little bit too hard. Well, not as hard as Elise, though. Elise getting the first blood, though. Will she be able to get away? The Cocoon misses. I don't think she'll survive this, and that will be a kill for Kha'Zix. I'm not sure whether or not that repel was worth it, to be honest, because now Kha'Zix has a double buff on the top lane. That could be quite hard for Zed. We'll see. Zed has popped his Elixir of Fortitude as well, so the element of surprise, the health that you get by the Elixir of Fortitude, won't be there anymore. Of course, the bonus health is still there, and the damage that you get from the Elixir of Fortitude is still there, but it's still going to be relatively hard for the Zed player, I believe. A double buff Kha'Zix over a potted up Zed with nothing else of items. Yeah, I'm going for the Kha'Zix. He also has a Doran shield, so the damage that Zed will be able to do is reduced. Then again, in a way, you can say, well, then Kha'Zix's damage is low as well now, isn't it? It's not as high as it could be. We'll see. Zed will probably want to kill the Kha'Zix though, because it is a double buff. It would be nice to get, and he is relatively low, is lowered once more by the Living Shadow, and Zed actually going in, popping to the Living Shadow, doing a slicing... I can't say it. Well, never mind. He did a slash. Slicing slash? No. Shadow slash? Yeah, probably. Decent going in for a gank. Well, he will get terrified though. So a good terrify. Exhaust going down onto the Ashe. She flashes away from the Howling Gale. Decent going in though with the safeguard and the barrier blocking the, well, the pacemaker. So it won't be a death for the Ashe. Great play there by both the support and Ashe, surviving that gank, because that was a good gank. Already using a ward there, the Lee Sin player, to try and safeguard towards the enemy to try and get a quick kill. Then again, Terrify, man, what can you do about it? It was a level 3 Fiddle, so it was probably, yes indeed, a level 2 Terrify, so there wasn't all that much you can do about it. Now, I'm still upset that I couldn't say the Z ability. Slice? Living Shadow? No. Shadow Slash. I feel like I did say it once, but I won't forget it anymore. Ezreal taking a beating from the Orianna. Of course, her auto attacks are quite hard. With the passive, of course. And there you go. Boom. Ow. And if she would do it a second time, it would do even more damage, but then you would miss too much farm, so it's not worth it. They are almost level 6 though, the mid players, so they'll need to be careful of each other. Then again, I think Orianna is now in a better position than Ezreal because, well, he's lower on health and she can shield some of the damage. Kha'Zix now going in onto Zed, and with the red buff, I don't see Zed escaping this. He's going to try and juke it out, but that will just increase a taste of fear damage now, won't it? It doesn't matter, he died. So yeah, a double buff Kha'Zix is quite a threat indeed. I would say, why wasn't Elise there immediately to try and reclaim her double buff? Apparently she decides to go and gank the bottom lane. Will she succeed? Well, Fiddle is trying all what he can. His silence didn't really hit anyone. The minions took most of the damage there. Elise going in hard. Will land to Cocoon. Janna now getting caught, but she will just flash away to safety. And now it's Caitlyn trying to return the damage to them. Lee Sin is there as well. Does he have a ward again? Yes, indeed. So he could try and do the same tactic once more. He's going in now, trying to go safeguards to a ward. Will try and get the resonating strike onto the S, but he gets silenced and feared at the same time. Well, actually, not the same time. It was very great play by Fiddle, not doing it at the same time, but maximizing the crowd control nevertheless. Lee Sin safeguarding to his allies now. Howling Gale dodged by the repel of Elise, but it won't be anything at all. They're too close to each other, but great play by both teams again. Of course, Elise was relatively close by because she just left the lane. She just had to turn around and try to assist her teammates, which she did. My. So, the command Shockwave was apparently dodged by Ezreal there because it is on cooldown, and Ezreal did Arcane Shift just a few seconds ago. The double buff of Kha'Zix has now finally disappeared, and now it's a death mark going down onto Kha'Zix's face. Then again, Kha'Zix can just use the ultimate Devoid Assault to just turn himself invisible and not let him get damaged. He does get ignited though. The energy of Zed is just a little bit too low though. Needs to be careful there, Kha'Zix. I think you got forced out of lane there. Oh, that's a great play by Lee Sin there. So, if you were looking at the minimap, the Elise showed herself mid just a few seconds ago after the Ezreal had to leave his lane. So Lee Sin knew where Elise was at all times, because afterwards you saw her leave to the top of the jungle where she was. And then he stole the blue buff. So now Elise says, Ezreal, now that you're back in lane, let's give you a blue. Oh no. Oh no, indeed. No blue buff for you. Great play there by... Oh. Very aggressive play there by Caitlyn, lowering her health by a lot. And, well, they're not yet level 6, but they're pretty close by to being level 6. So, if Ashe would have a glacial arrow, then you would die. You would die. So, Caitlyn needs to be relatively careful. We'll see, though. They do have a janna, so disengage is proper. And will probably work out pretty well. Oh, my mouse goes out of control as the Fiddle was finally able to terrify the janna, doing some damage onto her. But apparently, she doesn't care that much. She still has a cloud and a sun. So apparently today is going to be overcast. A little bit, but sunny as well. So I don't think Lee Sin is actually going in, or will he? Well, now he is. So he safeguards, but gets silenced immediately by the Dark Wind. Will land the Sonic Wave, but he won't Resonating Strike, because she was too close at her tower. Combined with a Fiddle, that could mean death. Okay, he already used Terrify, but hey, that's what cooldowns are for. It could have been off cooldown straight away. That was a leap and an ignite there by Kha'Zix. It will force the Zed out of lane, maybe. There is an Elise coming as well there, so he needs to be very careful. Kha'Zix flashing away, will get flashed upon by the Zed, but Kha'Zix immediately kills him. Repel going in by the Elise, and that will be a shutdown for Elise. So that's 432 gold. Which is a lot, so in a way, Elise will be able to make use of it. She is one of the more damage-based junglers and not tank-based junglers in the game, so she needs to get some aggressive items. And she'll probably be able to buy the Spirit of the Spectral Wraith because of this immediately. Maybe even increase her boots. Let's check out her money. She's sitting on 1,500, so oh, Almost able to steal there, Ezreal. A nice try with the true shot barrage, but you were just a little too late. It was very close though, so I commemorate you for that. Oh! Damn, you need to dodge those things though. He has a Sheen, so he's going for what I believe to be the new Trinity Force. So if he'll have a Phage, he'll be able to dodge out of those balls, well, better. Then again, he is an Ezreal, he do likes them balls. Sorry for that. That's just stereotyping. You're cool, Ezreal, you're cool the way you are. But you probably should use a map once. Kha'Zix again showing that Taste of Fear does more damage if you are isolated. He's going in hard, but is just going to force Zed out of lane. Elise was too close by. Then again, so is Lee Sin. So if Elise tries to be too aggressive, then Lee Sin will be able to turn it around. And yes, indeed, Zed is even staying. This might be dangerous for Zed now, because Elise doesn't even know. Zed now going in too close. Will Kha'Zix be able to leap upon him together with the Lee Sin? We shall see. Kha'Zix now with the leap. And oh! My, just the void spikes? He must have been able to use Taste of Fear before the Zed was able to get away. Lee Sin can kick her. Oh. Well, not like that, Lee Sin. Not like that. That's not how you kick a lady. You kick her right in the arse. So, bottom lane is now level 6 as well. Level 10 Orianna there doing some damage onto Ezreal. And she still has her shockwave. Ashe now trying to do some damage. She is an Ashe though, so keep it on poke. Then again, Janna is good against poke because she can use Eye of the Storm to shield the damage away that is going to get hit. It's quite easy to predict when an Ashe is going to use a volley anyway. It's when there are no longer too many minions where you can hide behind. Pings are now going down onto Ward, so it might be the case that Lee Sin is going in for a gank. Elise is too far away though, so it will be a gank for blue team. Will they be able to do something about it? There is a ward placed down in which Lee Sin could safeguard, but for now red team is being in a way too defensive position for Lee Sin to do any ganking. Middle lane will have an Elise coming by. Ezreal now returned to lane. He has a Phage now, so he should be able to do some extra moves, dodging the balls with the spiky balls, and will probably be fine actually. Elise could go in now. The Dissonance has been used, so there won't be a movement increasement for the Orianna. Will dodge the Cocoon though, and Shockwave coming through, lowering the Ezreal below half health. Lee Sin should be relatively close. He is, but yeah, that safeguard will give it away that Lee Sin is near, so I don't think Ezreal will play a little bit too bad. Oh no! Crystallized Arrow going down, but the Eye of the Storm combined with the Monsoon will be enough! Oh no, Fiddle going in! And the auto attack will give him the kill. Will they get to Caitlyn though? I don't think so. Fiddle tries to drain, but a flash is a flash, and that will be the end of that. At least Ashe and... oh no, it's Lee Sin! Well... yeah, Ashe is still... oh, Ashe going for an aggressive flash there. We'll get turret aggro and a resonating strike and an ace in the hole. Barrier. Barrier more than enough. And then a terrified just to be certain. I thought she was dead there. I thought for certain that she was dead. But apparently not. She survived. So great play by Ashe. Making it so that, well, red team knows where Lee Sin is. Zed has actually gone to the bottom lane, so they could do a save dragon. For the cost probably of the top tower, as you could see, Kha'Zix is already trying to do as much damage onto us as possible. As Zed is still recalling, he can't. And oh, now he stands on a trap. If I were Lee Sin, I would have gone totally Lee on him. Totally on him. Sorry, saying Lee twice is just stupid. Oh, Ezreal will get his first blue buff in the game, and he'll need it. He doesn't have a tier... well, it happens. Those spiderlings, man, they're nasty. If I'm jungle Elise, if I want to be certain that I give the buff to my ally, I turn into my human form and then press S, because then I'm certain that my spiderlings won't take it. But that was funny. It was funny. Elise actually didn't go for the spirit of the spectral rave and instead decides to go tanky. Which an Elise player can do, don't get me wrong, but then she does need the magic penetration. And she is too low now to defend this turret, so that will be a second turret in the game. However, Ezreal is relatively close. Shockwave will get a quick kill combined with the Dissonance there. And there's no way that Ezreal can return the favor, so... very risky play there by Elise. You could have gotten one shot it, and you did. If you were quick enough with the Cocoon, then I would say, okay, it's possible. But with the new repel lately, that's very hard to do, because you need to have your foot on the ground. And using a repel that aggressively at all times will make it so that you get caught easily as well. So it was a quick reaction coming down from Orianna, but it's all that's needed. Terrified by Fiddle is all that's needed. Lee Sin going on to a Z, that's all is needed. And then back to farming. Kha'Zix actually wanted more and is able to do a lot of damage onto the Fiddle though. Didn't expect that to happen, but that should be the end of Kha'Zix's pre. It should be. The enchanted arrow has actually been used by the... But Ezreal is now there. He has the movement speed. Will flash in. Will get the kill with the auto attack. Will he get more? Ezreal, tell me. Will you get more? No, he won't. But it was a good kill nevertheless. What is the shutdown though? It wasn't. Oh yeah, Elise got the shutdown onto the Kha'Zix. Of course not. Would have been great on Ezreal. Then again, it was great on Elise as well. She is going for what I believe to be a hunting, guys. So she will go for the magic penetration. Great. I didn't expect anything less though. And that one golem doesn't know whether not to attack or just to walk away. So he decides to do nothing at all. Great. Genius golem. Genius. So, a turret for red team, the first one in the game. So they did get a dragon and a turret, which will make it so that they're relatively in the lead, though the goal is so close that you can't say that. You actually can't. Well, this ward money will certainly topple it back into blue team's favor, which it does. Ha! Well, it's just because Ashe and Fiddle aren't in the bottom lane, so Caitlyn is farming it out, so blue team is getting more money. Same for Zed, actually. So yeah, now blue team is going to have a small farm lead. Janna with the umbrella won't be able to stop the dog wind, which is actually quite ironic. Because that's what an umbrella is for. Well, actually, no. If you have an umbrella in the wind, then you might actually die. Just like this Orianna here will use a great shockwave, but you won't be able to escape the ninja and the blonde boy. That's just impossible. So a quick kill there coming down from the Zed, which is what he does best, let's be honest. Ooh, is there a Caitlyn trap? There was, but there's a glacial arrow. Nevertheless, there could be a monsoon coming down. I don't... Oh no, the silence will make it so that that won't happen. And it bounced in between the Caitlyn and the Janna for a long period of time. So that's a lot of silence. So, great play by Fiddle. Maybe Janna should have used monsoon a little bit earlier. I don't know. Lee Sin wants to go in hard onto the Elise, but no! Elise will make it so that Taste of Fear does so much damage onto Ezreal. He'll try to use barrier, but there is no escape of the resonating blind man. Strike. There is none. So, Orianna got killed horribly by Zed and the jungler. The Ezreal gets killed horribly by the Zed and the jungler. Nice changes there, right? Thank you for that, because I am always too lazy to check. In 1 minute and 40 seconds, let's say, the dragon will respawn. So that you know it. Look in the left upper corner. It's awesome. Thank you, Riot. Now go back to programming and make it more awesome. Worlds is about to come up, so I'm ready for Season 4. Then again, I still need to be gold first, though. But I should be. What am I talking about? I have a game to cast. Items, let's say. Well, of course, the Zed player went for a Blade of the Ruined King. It just works so well. What surprises me is that Kha'Zix went for the more, I want to do as much AD damage as possible. Which is great. He has a Brutalizer, which will give him the armor penetration, so his Taste of Fear will do so much damage. Combined, of course, with the damage that a Brutalizer can give you. A Terrify coming down onto Janna, though. She doesn't get hit by the volley, so she won't get slowed that long. She has used Zephyr already onto the Fiddle, so she can't go in and chase anymore with Lee Sin. Orianna is there as well, though. And Zephyr has a very short cooldown, so the Cloud is already there. But what is cloud gaming? Well, it is when you play Janna, apparently. Kha'Zix wants to go in hard. He uses the Void Spike, slows down the Zed a little bit, but he's still full on energy. He might actually be baiting this out, the Zed player, because Ezreal is going in from the rear. Does he use Death Mark? Yes, indeed. Tries to... Oh my god, that Taste of Fear damage! And now Lee Sin is there, combined with Orianna. They're so quick! They were both on the bottom lane just a few seconds ago. The power of Dissonance. The power of Monsoon. Followed up by a Howling Gale. Janna might be able to get away. She will block the damage. Caitlyn gets the kill onto the Fiddle. But the Elise with the Neurotoxin will get... Oh my god, don't tank the turret that long! You crazy spider lady! Now it's Caitlyn with full mana. Will try and go for a kill onto the Ashe, slowing her down. She still has Ace in the... No, she doesn't. That was a weird play. Never mind, Lee Sin is there, baby. Resonating strike upon your face. Slowing him down with the Tempest. Not really, not necessary anyway. And a killing spree for Caitlyn. Getting 3 kills in that engage, I believe. Yeah, it's true. She got the Fiddle. She then got the Elise, who was doing a tower dance. A little bit too long, one might say. And then she got the Ashe. That Ashe. The dragon is now back up as well. Lee Sin is not making a play towards it though. He is relatively low. He has smite, then again you do have an Ezreal against you, so he might be able to steal it. They don't have vision onto it, but that is a thing that Lee Sin can't know for sure. There is a blue buff though, and Ezreal is doing a lot of damage onto it, meaning that indeed the Trinity Force is now complete. He's probably going for some armor penetration next, we shall see. Zed now has bought himself a Brutalizer as well, so he'll have the same armor penetration as the Kha'Zix player. Kha'Zix now has a long sword as well, so I'm not too certain what he's going for. He might go for Blade of the Ruined King as well. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know what the Kha'Zix is going for. I'm going to be honest. What he is going for is Elise. However, she's covered in Spiderlings, so the Taste of Fear won't do that much damage onto her. She's going to repel. There's no escape though. And now Kha'Zix is going in hard. Taste of Fear still doing quite the amounts of damage. The Cocoon not able to prolong the death of the Elise. Well, the life of Elise, because death was imminent. And a quick kill nevertheless. Baron says hi. Kha'Zix doesn't care about your Baroness. I mean Baron-ass, not Baroness. Well, Ashe could be female, but then his title would probably be the Baroness. Now that the jungler of red team is dead, it will be the first dragon for blue team. So, giving them a bigger lead now. They have a 3 turrets lead, and oh no, Fiddle gets knocked up in the air. He doesn't like that. He will terrify the Elise though and exhaust him. Caitlyn with an ace in the hole onto the Ashe player, and boom goes the Kha'Zix by Zed. It's not over yet because blue team is now sandwiched in between Ezreal and the rest of red team. Fiddle again with the Terrify, but he will get shockwaved into the Lee Sin kick of a lifetime. Lee Sin now needs to run away from this Ezreal. She could poke for a lifetime as well. He has this movement speed bonus coming down from Trinity Force. Zed is relatively close as well. Tempest has missed, and Lee Sin is relatively low on energy. There is no escape. The True Shot Barrage getting 1 kill. Zed now getting caught by the Janna. No, he dodged away from that Howling Gale, but it's a double kill for Ezreal. Now Ashe is there to slow down the Janna. Will give vision thanks to the Hawk. Yes, indeed, the Hawk. The red buff not able to get the kill onto Janna. Dissonance being used to give a movement speed, and well, a nice Howling Gale nevertheless, but a Mystic Shot, if it lands, then Ezreal will get the movement speed required to catch up to them, and he will. Gets an auto attack onto the Orianna. She will survive. The turret is too much of a threat apparently. A knock up. Kha'Zix now going in. Will he be able to turn this around? The Ignite should get the kill onto the Ezreal. That's double buffs going down for Kha'Zix, but he's too low to continue on. So, who is more greedy? Is it the Ezreal or is it blue team? In my honest opinion, it was blue team. Then again, thanks to great play by Orianna and janna, they are very good kiters indeed. To kite an Ezreal is quite a feat. And an Ashe player, I might say. Oh, the tables have turned. And again, Elise getting the blue with her. Stop doing that! Turn into a human, then give the blue to your allies. You might say, well, blue is just as fine on an Elise player as it is on an Ashe, which is true, but if you could lower the cooldown onto the Enchanted Glacial Arrow, then that's just so much better, because you could pretty much kill a person within only 40 seconds time. Oh, is that going in? I wanted to check the... Oh my, you're dead. Thanks, Zed, that was quick, so now I can check the cooldown on the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, and it is 90 seconds, so 20% of 90 seconds, let's say it's about 60. I'm bad at math, but I don't care. Fiddle is actually relatively close. He could do for a Crow Storm over the wall, and it might kill the Janna. He's going for it, going on to the Janna, terrifying her, then silencing them both, actually, so he can't even get kicked away by the Lee Sin. And this is going to be the repel by the Elise, the Glacial Arrow landing onto the Lee Sin, but he will safeguard away to safety. What's in a name? Ezreal is now in the rear. Will they be able to escape? The golems are menacing him though. They are just running back and front. They don't know what to do, and they will die. And then it's only Lee Sin to be followed. Oh, True Shot Barrage will miss, but I don't think it matters actually. No, Ezreal just walks back. He could have done more, I believe. He is still scared of the combination that Elise and the Lee Sin are able to do. Their full damage potential would kill Ezreal. That's true. If he would get hit by the Sonic Wave, followed up by Lee Sin's full damage potential with the Dragon Rage, it's still on. It was off cooldown because, well, he couldn't use it on Fiddle because it was silenced all the time. That's the strength man of bouncing spells. Oh no! Zed to try and run away. Well, he is a Zed. He can run away. As Kha'Zix already used his leap. He has a blue buff though, so leap should be a relatively short cooldown, and it is. Zed now going in with the death mark. He's trying to return the favor. He will succeed! That was amazing, Zed. That was a great play nevertheless. Janna now going in with the Zephyr onto Fiddle, knocking him up. She gets terrified. Not the best target to terrify there. She did what she had to do. Lee Sin wants to follow in hard, but there is an Elise relatively close by, and Terrify is back off cooldown. So if he would go in, he would probably just get crowd control to death. Literally. So, I was going to say that blue team with their 4,000 gold lead in the beginning of the game were certain to win this game, but red team is turning this around. I thought Kha'Zix would have been too fat to deal with, but apparently Zed is able to turn it around despite having a item disadvantage. Yeah. Well, he did he? Yeah, he did go for the Last Whisper. Of course he went for the Last Whisper, Nightspectre. You stupid. That's why he went for the longsword, of course. I'm confused why I didn't even know that, so sorry, that was probably cringeworthy for some of you. Oh no, Cocoon landing onto Janna there. She still has Monsoon though, so even if she'd be able to get away, and my god, the shield potential coming down from blue team. So not only do you have Safeguard from Lee Sin, you have Eye of the Storm from Janna, and you have the Command Protect coming down from Orianna, so that's a lot of shields, a very nice comp indeed. Then you have the two assassins, Lee Sin and Kha'Zix, to try and kill anyone on the enemy team. Then again, red team pretty much has the same comp, assassin-wise. Elise and Zed can pretty much solo each person. Then again, they're fighting against soloers as well. Now the question is Elise stronger than Lee Sin? Or is Kha'Zix stronger than Zed? Those are two questions, which I can't answer, to be honest. We've seen Kha'Zix killing Zed, and we've seen Zed killing Kha'Zix. So we're dancing at the Baron. We're getting silenced at the Baron and terrified at the Baron. Baron doing quite some damage onto Kha'Zix, but he's trying to turn it around. Glacial Arrow landing onto Lee Sin. Pop goes the death mark, and that's Orianna gone. She didn't do anything in that fight. Couldn't even cast her ultimate there. So this is bad for blue team. Apparently if Lee Sin might get slowed here, won't happen. Ezreal will try and do as much poke as possible, and poke it is. God damn. That's a lot of damage coming down from these mystic shots, and with the blue buff, he can just keep hitting them. Will he miss one? I don't know. Blue team is now going to retreat. There is only a 700 gold differentiation between red team and blue team, and red team is about to turn that around. So red team now in the lead with 200 gold after that dragon kill. And quite frankly, I believe with the momentum that red team has now, they could take this game. It's all about the team fights though, and both teams are being quite careful about them. Because if you lose this team fight, you will give away the momentum of the game. For now, I might say red team has a lead in the momentum because of the way they're playing. They have been taking wins over blue team as of late. And now blue team is probably in a little bit of, oh no, what's going on, what's happening? But blue team shouldn't think that way. They should think that this game is equal, and it is. Having a dual AD carry comp works in the mid game pretty well, especially with an Ezreal on the mid. But keep in mind that they lack AP damage. Then again, they do have an Elise and a Fiddle. So their comp isn't that bad either, even though they have dual AD carry. Endgame dual AD carry could be strong as well. Keep that in mind. They can pretty much kill anyone they please because they are the carries. Kha'Zix going in hard though, will get terrified and then get Glacial Arrow to the face. There's just too much crowd control to go in balls to the walls like that, Kha'Zix. Need to be careful there, mate. So that's another win for red team. Now, well, with the strongest player gone from blue team, they think they can do whatever it takes, and this will be a dead Janna. She'll try to Monsoon. She'll try to Monsoon as long as possible, and it's actually working out great. She'll survive the ignite damage, for crying out loud. Oh, cleanse away there, coming down from the Caitlyn. Well, I say cleanse. I should say Quicksilver sashed away. This is still very dangerous. Terrify going down onto the Lee Sin. He should have gotten away way sooner. Elise now going to repel, not wanting to tank too much damage, but she will tank the ace in the hole. And that's a turret destroyed, the middle inner turret, one of the most important turrets in the game. This will make it so that red team will have more strength within the map. Then again, their middle inner turret has been destroyed a long time ago, so it's quite equal really. Blue team still has a lead on turrets, you might say. but red team is getting a lead in objectives, well, dragon-wise objectives. Weird, the gold is actually relatively close, but blue team and red team have the same amounts of kills, so really the only reason why they are ahead is, well, they had a dragon, farm is equal, so it's really just shutdown money that was able to give them a huge lead. Now Ezreal, I think he has a shutdown bounty on him as well. Kha'Zix going in hard, he will get the kill onto Ezreal, but no shutdown, so that might be considered great. Fiddle with no HP tries to pester the Janna, but that won't work. Caitlyn almost getting the kill there though. A lot of pings going down onto Baron. They think blue team guts this. While there are 2 players of red team on the bottom lane, no wonder they're going hard on the Baron. Then again, they'll probably lose an inhibitor for this, so will it be worth it? Elise is actually not that bad of a stealer. Of course, not as good of a stealer as Lee Sin. So, if Lee Sin keeps his resonating... Oh, Fiddle, you clever dog. You die immediately, though. So, a little bit too soon there from Fiddle and Elise. Then again, timing is everything. But it will result in both of them dying. Janna will probably... Oh, it's Orianna will probably die as well. So, not the least important champion there. But without any minions, I don't think they'll be able to take the inhibitor. Blue team has completely called back. They probably had the mana to buy all of them home guards. So yeah, you can't escape. Kha'Zix taking the kill there. He has taken the kill, so he should be able to... Oh my, was that a flash coming down from Lee Sin? It was. Was it from Kha'Zix as well? I don't think so. I think he used flash in order to leap further away. So Zed will be fine. Of course, it is a Zed. He could have used Living Shadow regardless. Yeah, that wasn't worth it for red team. If they would have gotten the inhibitor out of this, then yes, it was worth it. They do have a Zed though, one of the strong, well, if not the strongest 1v1 champion in the game. Maybe Kha'Zix might be able to do something about it, but if I were red team, I would let the Zed split push until he gets the inhibitor. Then again, with Ashe still being down, blue team actually wants to give it a go onto this middle inhibitor turret, and it might actually work out. The turret is relatively low, and they need to back off right about now. Elise wants to go in hard, will get crowd control to the face and take a lot of damage there. Well, it doesn't matter. The damage of Zed is just way too much. Now Janna trying to tank it all away. Will dodge the, well, the Living Shadow, but not the Ezreal Mystic Shot. Ezreal has been landing all of them the entire game, so 2 for none. Not really worth it for blue team now, who... Oh, great shockwave! How could they think that was even relatively possible to stand on top of an Orianna wall? Another glacial arrow going down from the Ashe though, doing a lot of damage onto Orianna. Ezreal doing the same onto the Caitlyn, and this is an ace. This is an ace for red team. Blue team can't take aces like that. That will result in at least 2 inhibitor towers being down. The death timers are still relatively high. Of course, Janna will respawn, but what can a Janna do? There hasn't been an ultimate used, only Ashe's ultimate has been used, well, and Zed, but that ultimate has a relative short cooldown. Fiddle's ultimate will be off cooldown as well after his Baron attempt there, and this is 2 inhibitors down for, well, blue team. They already used up their Baron buff because they all died. Kha'Zix wants to go in hard though, will succeed in getting 1 kill. Will he get another? He could actually get them all here. He'll go for the Zed. Zed with a great death mark though, will probably dodge most of the damage coming down from Kha'Zix, making it so that the, well, the Ashe at the very least is able to kill the insect for his insolence and insubordination. So a great play by Zed there. That was clever timing, and the death mark was just off cooldown, I might add. So it couldn't have been better for him. If he didn't have the death mark, then Kha'Zix would have swept the entirety of blue team there. Well, the ones that were still there. So the only player that wouldn't have died was Ashe, who is now getting chased throughout the map, and there is no escape of Elise. Even if you're Ashe, she'll probably try and get the kill onto Janna though, but Janna is using this into her advantage. It is baiting her in such a way that she, instead of, well, trying to kite the Elise, she's trying to hit the Janna with volley. If she would have just shoot volley on and on and on, she might have gotten away, to be honest. Then again, escaping a Janna quite hard, but considering that Ashe, well, she had a blue buff, so she could have spammed volley every 2 seconds or something like that. So she would have gotten away, give or take. Then again, just because red team was able to push down 2 inhibitor turrets, blue team is still holding on. I normally would say that red team has it in the bag because of those 2 inhibitors being down, but considering that I think blue team will be able to hold them off for the time being, that the inhibitors are still down, it should be fine. Dragon is up, but Dragon is not an issue. And it's still a relative long time before Baron is up. Because, well, blue team, the minute they had Baron, they got aced. Now it's going to be Kha'Zix getting caught by the Zed. Well, nope, he cleansed it away. The powers of Zed has now diminished greatly. He will go hard though, but not hard enough. You're all by yourself. Taste of fear, does a lot of damage. Walks away immediately to dodge the 3-shot barrage there, can't blame him. But he needs to get away even faster. There is Elise guarding him though, but I don't think Ezreal cares about Elise. Kha'Zix trying to run away. Elise will try and deal with the Ezreal, but I don't think Elise has enough damage to deal with Ezreal. Ezreal, for the first time in my life, I see you miss a Mystic shot. You probably missed more, though. Oh, that's an arrow going down onto the Orianna. Fiddle is there for the Terrify. He's going for the Crow Storm. Will get knocked away by the Monsoon, but you won't knock away a repelling... Well, Elise, because she repelled just at the right time, really. Was it luck? I don't know. If she waited for a Monsoon a little bit longer, though, then the Fiddle would have been able to fear or silence her, so it wouldn't have worked anyway. Then again, it is an important kill. The Janna is down. She is a very strong support in the end game, so that's why if she is down, it will result in red team getting more map dominance than they already have. Still, 1 minute and 40 seconds for Baron, which should be fine. I think Janna will be back, and I don't think red team has what it takes to poke down blue team enough to get them away from the tower. Pretty much every champion has lifesteal on blue team. Except for Lee Sin. Well, if he uses his safeguard correctly, his Iron Will give him more than enough sustain. So, unless Ezreal and Ashe poke them down really hard, I don't think they'll be able to get this tower. So they will need a Baron. You still have Zed though, doing a lot of work on the side of the lanes in the middle. But, oh, he's going in from the rear. They are actually going for it then. Kha'Zix now going in hard though first. Lee Sin taking a lot of beating there. The arrow is still off cooldown. Will now land onto Lee Sin. This should be a kill. Nope, he safeguards to safety. Kha'Zix all by himself gets exhausted. Gets melted. A great Orianna ult though with the shockwave. Getting, well, at least one, the Zed. But it did a lot of damage on the rest of them as well. Ezreal is low. Elise was also hit by the shockwave there, so she is low. And that's a 2-for-1, but I don't think this is so great for blue team. Ezreal gets knocked up in the air. Orianna was still there? She should have gotten back, really. Ace in the hole will get the kill onto Ezreal, though. But still, why was Orianna still there? Doesn't she have home guard boots? She does. She should have just walked back and then straight in. That was a bad play on her part. This will result in red team probably taking this game. Then again, was there all that much she could do about it? Probably not. Because if she would have gotten back in home guard to the base, then they would have lost the final inhibitor. And losing 3 inhibitors is really hard to get back to. But I believed in you, blue team. I believed you could have gotten through and survive throughout 3 broken inhibitors. Will you be able to survive throughout this, though? The Monsoon knocks away all of the minions. Kha'Zix wants to go on a spree, but the super minions were knocking and getting the kill onto the Nexus. So guys, this was a very fun game actually. Oh my god, look at the number of gold red team has. The number of the beast. So guys, as I wanted to say, I hope you enjoyed. I did. I wanted to say this was confusing for me because I casted like 1/4 of this game before I realized I wasn't recording. So the first, let's say, quarter of this game, I wasn't probably as good as casting because I've already seen it. And you might have realized it. And again, the end of this game was awesome. 27-27. The gold was relatively close. So I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you next time. Whatever it is I'll do, whenever it is I'll do it. Thank you for watching. And goodbye, Janna. You're going somewhere? Goodbye.